know Christian McCaffrey is the guy. He got paid. He's the overwhelming #1 overall pick in fantasy football for this season. He can catch, he can run. We know all of this. If you had to choose, fantasy-wise or just otherwise, between what's going on here, where we have like 12 or 13 solid best one guy, bell cow situations, or you have a split backfield. I'm going to say the Browns, even though I don't really believe that. I do think it's Chubb's job and Kareem Hunt sort of a compliment to that. But let's say there's more than one running back. What would you pick, Shriggs?
You know, in fantasy football, obviously we want the McCaffreys and the Saquons, but you look at the Super Bowl last year, It was the Chiefs with about 11 running backs in and out of the lineup, and the 49ers, you didn't know who was going to beat you, and the Patriots have done it with a crowded backfield for years. So strategy-wise, of course, as long as there's at least a couple guys that can play up at that level in a big game, you want as many options as possible, but you're not going to get me talking negatively about having a Christian McCaffrey in my backfield. I cannot wait to see him this season.
You want fantasy? My fantasy is seeing Strager run wind sprints with McCaffrey and Robbie Anderson. That's the fantasy we need. In reality, give me these two Browns. It's my favorite backfield in all of football. They're both unbelievably good players. It's part of the Browns huddle, being the best offensive huddle in football. I don't know why every time we ask the Christian McCaffrey question, I go against him. I've waited for him my whole life. Nate, I've waited through all of the Toby Gerhardts and all of these, my friends that run with McCaffrey. And
you almost were him.
I'm going to go with the Browns, sorry. I know. Jacob Hester, hello.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. It's like a unicorn. We've been waiting for Christian McCaffrey for a long time. It's like having a Jason Sehorn out here locking down receivers.
I know.
Here's the thing. I love Christian McCaffrey, but having two running backs in the backfield that you can interchange, that cuts back on the wear and tear. If I'm taking my favorite player, I'm going to take Christian McCaffrey. He's an absolute beast. But when it comes to running back by committee, like Peter said, that's what teams are doing, and you find success that way.